Nobody knows how dry I am.
Shut up, Morty. Nobody wants to hear that.
Nobody knows how dry I am.
Morty, if you utter one more syllable, I'm going to deck you in the duodenum.
Well, why would you do that, Rick?
Because, I'm kind of through hearing about about Mortys and their disparities and the interdimensional precedence of progression. I just wanted to have a quiet flight out to another universe without hearing about the.
But I need to spread propagate. I need to propagate and promulgate.
Propagate your propaganda about you being the one true Morty.
Yeah. Well, I'm the one. I'm the fake Morty. I'm the fake Morty. That's right, Rick.
Yeah.
That's right. It takes mad wicked pistol whippet skills to be the fake Morty. It makes me artificial. I have $60 million billion man skills. Da 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 da. I'm the fake Morty up in this mother.
Okay, Morty. Whichever you are, just shut the up. Something about if you want to explain why you tied up your sister in the 1960s, late 1960s or otherwise, yeah, that would be much appreciated, Morty.
I had a mustache, and I think the mustache got the better of me.
Yeah, that's something about that decades and facial hair. It starts out great, it's just disco lights and sweat, and the next thing it's skin tight leather jeans and hair gel and Asperglide, and you just don't want to have anything to do with the late 1960s. I think that's where Marilyn Manson is from.
Yeah, I know, Rick. I learned my lesson. It will never happen again. Trust me.
I don't trust you as far as I can throw you.
What about Kineticlops?
All right, well, I didn't say I was Kineticlops, so I think you should just drop that bib right now, Morty.
Oh, okay, but I just think you should know that you could probably throw me pretty far.
Oh, well, it's a metaphor, Morty.
Well, I know it's a metaphor, but
I think it's important that you don't make erroneous or errant implications based on erroneous interpretations of metaphorical expressions.
Yeah, okay, it's just. All right, I get it. All right.
Do you? Because we've had this conversation lots of times before.
Well, I remember those vaguely.
Then you should understand the imperative importance of reiterating this as many times as possible, so that it will get through that thick skull of yours.
Okay, I really don't want anything to get through my thick skull.
I know you don't, Morty, but it's imperative that it does, so that we can stop having this discourse. You understand that, Morty?
What do you offer, Officer Rick now?
Yeah, this is Officer Rick reporting from Station 52, and I'm here to tell you that you're in violation of the with Rick, with erroneous errant decisions made based on erroneous and flagrant disregard of the interstellar euphemistic expressions of metaphorical implication standards. There are Planetsia perpetuated precedents of propriety that are being unfurled here, right in front of your eyes. Surprise. There it is. Right there, Morty. You can't deny that. That's truth, Morty.
Oh, but what if it wasn't? What if they were all just some sort of perfidious ploy that were perpetuated by those Alagrassim and Buchanan people?
The what, Morty?
The Holocaust.
The what, Morty? What was that?
You know who I'm talking about, Rick. You don't have to be that way.
I would just like you to say that again, so I know what the you are talking about. Like that, you see how ridiculous that sounds, right?
Okay, Rick. Okay.
All right, I just wanted you to know that.
Where are we going?
We're going to this is an excursion. We're going to another universe, and you're not invited.
Oh, he's not, but he's the same as me. We're the same.
No, Morty. He's the one true Morty, and you're just another Morty.
Well, oh, great. That's you've informed me that my life is probably a lie.
Well, as a matter of speech, I wouldn't say that. Truth is all.
Yeah. My life is a lie. My life is a lie. That's just.
I think he's having one of those lie or truth-induced connipserations.
Which one is it?
I don't know, but it's definitely a connipseration, right?
You mean a conniption?
See, this Morty even knows the words better than you do.
I can't believe this. 90 years in the dungeon! 90 years, everybody goes in the dungeon right now! No trials!
Are you sure? This could quickly become some sort of draconian measure that you might regret in 50 years.
I won't be alive in 50 years!
Oh, that's a mighty high presumption down in the Pokey Town, Morty.
Well, I'm making it! Everybody get in the dungeon now! The dungeons, no more planets of perpetuated proprieties, and just getting right now in the dungeon, the cage. It's about to get Frisian over this moment. Yeah. But I'm controlling all of the modern capital and social industries and all of the modern institutions, subsumed industries and modalities of flesh, and subsequently all of their archetypal consciousnesses, and it's all going in a cage, all right now, to the modern precedents of social capital and culture that are incorporated into modern planets of perpetuated precedents of propriety and the implements of domination wielding modern tangents of ancient archetypal structures of authority that they subsume. They're all going in a cage with you, right? Get your boobs in the cage right now. Wow, you got quite a potty mouth with that mouth. You kiss your mother with that mouth? Well, get in the cage. Well, how do you expect us to do that, Morty? We're on a spacecraft. We can't exactly just get in the break. There's just like 4 seats, and your sister's in one of them, and she's tied up. For that matter, I've never got an explanation for why. Well, and you're gonna get it. We'll make cages out of her bones. Hey, what do you want us to do, Summer? What do you want us to do? we have to put people in a cage. We have to improvise. We have to do some. We're gonna get a break, and we put somebody in the haze. You mean in the pokey? Well, whichever comical nomenclature is the most cogent for this particular subtext. I don't really give a bit anymore, Morty. Morty? Did you call me Morty? Well, whatever you are, just get in a cage right now. I can't take this. You know, so right now he's angry, and then there's the denial. But I guess you sort of combine both of those. What the are you prattling on about now? He's using the word prattle. That's weird for him. What? You see this? Then now he's gonna start accepting. I'm not gonna accept anything. 3. You Morty. 2. You called me Morty again. 1. Oh, you know what? Actually, I do accept it. I'm being sarcastic, though. He's not being sarcastic. I'm the one ass Morty. You bleeped the word fake, but that's right. I'm the fake Morty. I got the. That's not really necessarily something to be proud of. Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, well, you know what? That's right. I take pride in my being the disingenuous, non-genuine article. Oh, you do, Morty? Yeah, that's right. It takes a lot of skills to be artificial. I got the $60 million man skills right here. Oh yeah, let me see them. Da 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 da. What was that? Morty. I don't get it. You have to promise me. Promise me what, Rick? You have to promise me that you will never do that benighted, platitudinous, outrageous, flagrant bull again. Well, but why? Because, Morty, I'm not even the one who did it. It was that Morty who did it. I know, Morty, but I don't have a handle on him, as you could probably surmise at this point, and I need you to promise me that you won't do that. Oh, yeah, that's right. Everyone's going down. Don't start, Morty. Which Morty are you talking about? Morty, him Morty or me Morty? Him Morty. So what, am I just going to be called him Morty from now on? Maybe you should, draw X's on our heads or something. No, we're not. I'm not going to do that. But I will draw tetrahedrons on your head. I'll do that if you want, but no X's. I've had a... It doesn't work without that other move you did. What was it? I'm not going to tell you, because then you're going to do it, and then it's going to piss me right the off. So, I mean, it looks like you're laughing. Yeah, but I'm really in a lot of pain. You would have loved that. It's very important that we get all this ironed out. You gotta be careful. What you say. Can I please be untied now? Oh, well. You do. Yeah, Morty, you should probably untie your sister. Why? Because I'm a woman and I have the right to be free as a woman.
Oh, there she goes with that, like, gender equality, gender politics kind of shtick and spiel again. It just,
Well, I don't have to do anything. You don't have. I say you don't have the right to do anything as a woman because this happened in the 1960s. In the 1960s. This was pre-woman suffrage.
No, it wasn't.
Was it legal to tie up people?
I don't know, but if it will stop this contention, if it will ameliorate some of the contention that is the result of likely her being restrained in ligature in the backseat of our interstellar craft for an extended period of time at this point. How long has it actually been? You know, I actually don't know, but it's too long. I'll give you that. She's been a real trooper here in the backseat.
See, this is how you treat women. Well, I think that as a woman you have the right to remain silent, and in ligature or whatever it is that you say literature.
Yeah, Morty, I said literature.
Well, that's a weird thing to write.
In any case, according to the readings of my high-energy ionizing electromagnetic radiation-emitting subneural dural parasuperficial or otherwise subcutaneous carotid epithelial membrane epidermis radioencephalogram, you're a Puadamungi dressed up in women's clothing. So, I mean, if you were to combine the complicit and completely decompartmentalized and compatible numerometric quantities together to form some kind of anti-probabilistic wave curve bulkhead aft end of the bell, whatever... I'd say that comes up to a pretty cogently and substantial percentage in ratio for the amount of erroneous decisions based on observations of random and outrageous, ludicrous scanning devices. I put that at about 2.01092 cents of the time that, I mean, we're both absolutely but whether it's me that's wrong or the device or you or the device and me, I was going to say live and let live anyhow, but there is a point at which it's important that everybody know if there's a Puadamungi dressed up as a woman, because sometimes that's very important.
When has that ever been important?
Well, there was this one time, yeah, just interrupt me, Morty, that's great.
What, would you want to tell the story?
Not really.
Well, that's what I thought. That's why I just interjected.
Well, you kind of heard me for a split second.
I didn't think you were going to continue.
You are right, but I don't think that's... I don't want you to assume that in the future.
Okay, Rick.
Go ahead, do it.
Well, there's a time where the Kuilaka people... there was a time where we got stopped by the Uber Triad who are not Kuilaka people. What's the Kuilaka people? They're like, have you ever heard of that dimension that the hyperbolic interstellar ancient Greek people police are from? No? Well, they're kind of like that, but without the dark Aster armor on.
Oh, yeah, here we go with this.
And we were discussing, it turned out that they needed to know what our father, Fenner, Benner...
what our ether precedent deflection nomenclature was pinging at?
Yeah, that. They needed to know that, and we got tripping up when you're talking about that kind of thing can be the difference between life and death, so it's important that there's a lot of, like, sophisticated implications to maybe communicate. When we were talking about ether precedent deflection nomenclatures, like maybe if you add just a word and it gets a little complicated, that's a coded message, so that's like a T.
That would be more like an O.
You mean a D?
Yeah, maybe a F.
That's Cyrillic, Rick!
You see, right there, if you did that subversively, if you did that furtively, or tacitly, rather, as a word, you would know what I was trying to say. So that would definitely be an A.
Oh, but that's a whole nother dialect that you would have to be on the up and up for. We didn't discuss that previously.
You see, right now, you're tripping up big time.
How am I tripping up?
You're talking about details that are giving it away. Like, the Kalui Klakai people would definitely... be, like, would definitely, or whoever, I don't even think it was them.
Then who was it, Rick?
It was probably that dimension where the hyperbolic interstellar ancient Greek people police were from.
Well, it was the dimension that they were from?
Well, once again, Morty, you are errantly correcting me based on erroneous interpretations of metaphorical implications. So I'm just letting you know that,
well, maybe we should have discussed this, but
once again, you're tripping up again.
Well, alright, then let's change the topic. I don't think I'm getting any of this. Well, you don't always get it right away. Sometimes it comes to bite you back. Sometimes there's
You might inadvertently blurt out some inexplicably exculpatory information that might incipiently result in you or somebody you care about being subjected to power transforming them, or you to power transforming you, or to which you betrayed by the flesh, the very fabric of which you consist might respond, to which by transforming yourself to a state in confrontation with, bent by possibly both fortitude upending, aetogenic, insidious, odious, or otherwise objectionable power by a powerful interdimensional ubertriad or not organization such as those from the dimension that the hyperbolic interstellar ancient Greek people beliefs are from. That's probably it. Thanks, Rick. I probably wouldn't have been able to say all that. Yeah, of course you wouldn't be. Well, what's your deal, Rick? I was thanking you for correcting me there. Well, I shouldn't have to correct you, first of all. And, if you want to fly off the handle and start popping off accusations and making statements that imply some sort of financial asset aggregation, itinerary, or theoretical stock market exchange for the value of admonition for erroneous implications based on errant interpretations of sophisticated systems of metaphorical expressions and terms. Well, I didn't terms of endearment, Morty. Terms of and you want to maybe we should start with all of the thank yous that you owe me. What are you talking? How much would that be, Morty? In all seriousness, likely approaching the hundreds of thousands. There's no way, Rick. Oh, wait. There's no way it's that much, Rick. I'm telling you, for all you know, it's the truth. It's happening. Well, there's no way that happened that many times. The way it did happen, and I'm telling you, Morty, that Morty, you don't understand the finesse that goes into lying to you, Morty. So you admit it. I said you didn't understand the finesse that goes into lying to you. I didn't say I was lying to you. Or even if I did, I didn't specify. And even if I did imply vaguely that I was lying to you, I didn't say exactly how and when. So there's no way that, once again, you're jumping to all of these conclusions, Morty. Where do you get off accusing me of lying to you? Dude, what about that time on San Liga where you said you weren't going to burn me with a waffle iron? He burned you with a waffle iron? He was about to, but he said he wouldn't. He was going to do it. He thought we were in some sort of LSD-induced delusions. We were, but I didn't know that. You have to tell me that. Why didn't you use one of your sophisticated systems of implication then? Because we were pressed for time, Morty. There simply was not the chronometric basis to anchorage to justify the concoction of all of these bordering on Orwellian crisscrossing connotations and misleading implications. Well, I think that maybe there was a nice way to do that. You didn't have to just sneak up on me. I mean, there was a nice way to, there was a nice way to do that. You didn't have to sneak up on me. I think that I'm missing a lot of context here. You see, the one true Morty here gets it. Well, I'm not the one true Morty. We went over this. All right. Just don't do the dance. Don't sit down. I don't even know how you're standing up. There's no leg room if you're gonna. Don't do it. Okay, he looks kind of really mad. Rick, can you wake up? No. But you just said. No. Well, in any case, according to my high-energy ionizing electromagnetic radiation-emitting subneural dural para-superficial or otherwise subcutaneous carotid epithelial membrane endothelial blitzkrieg, mother. Beep. Oh yeah, show me what you got, mother. Beep. Yeah.